to your February 2021 astrology and tarot reading. Leo, we have a large occupation in your partnership sector right across the sky from you. The Sun, the new moon, Mercury retrograde, Venus, Jupiter and Saturn are all in Aquarius, your opposite sign. And this can do a couple of things. It can push your buttons, for one. Sometimes when planets are sitting right opposite you, they're staring you so much in the face that it's aggressive. But then other times, because that's your partnership sector, it's the sector of the other, it can increase cooperation, harmony, and really provide a stable ground for partnerships in business and in love, especially if you're kind of unsure about where something's going. Be it a slow-moving romance, or be it a slow-moving career. This month can provide a lot of insight as to what the future actually holds. The first half of the month, there is so much energy in Aquarius that you could feel a little bit like you're gasping for attention, because Aquarius has a different way about getting attention. They're not so much focused on that, they're more focused on collective success. And as your opposite sign, you can learn from that it is good to collaborate. It's good to work as part of a team. But it's for you mostly to do with working as a union, a partnership, in a relationship. It's a wonderful time, regardless of whether you're single or in a relationship, to consider what your purpose is in a relationship, what you'd like it to be, how you cooperate with others, how you share with others. Do you play fair? Seeing yourself in the eyes of another and relating. A big part of this month. But did you know, Page of Pentacles, slow, small steps, did you know that the 7th house actually rules treaties? Page of Pentacles isn't giving up. Some of you seem to be dealing with an earth sign, a Taurus, a Virgo, Capricorn, but in a work dynamic, there could be delays in terms of getting a project, a contract, or a cooperation, something shared off the ground because of that Mercury retrograde. How you react when things are tough or not going your way is a big indication of your character. That's who we truly are when things aren't going our way. So there could be something delayed this month that you're really growing impatient about. You really want to see results. They're coming. They are coming. There's an offer around the corner. For some of you, it's a new job. And for some of you, it's a new relationship. And for some of you, it's the truth. Whatever that offer is, it's very important for your growth. But there's something very rare about February. It's not usual to have so many planets in one sign. Usually when there is this heightened energy in one sign, it's a huge change for the collective, but obviously it depends where it's falling in our chart. Last year we had so much Capricorn energy, and for you that was really focusing on your day-to-day work, your routine, your health, your wellness. Now we're focusing on your partnerships, King of Wands, and how you deal with them. 4 of Wands, how you deal with committed relationships. The Tower, how you deal with change. 3 of Swords, how you deal with heartbreak. And the Knight of Cups, and how you deal with bouncing back in love. Underneath the 8 of Cups. So I can see a picture for some of you. There's this concept in the universe that when we make a space in our life, the universe typically fills it. For a lot of you Leos, particularly Leo rising, because that's where the astrology is, but the cards apply to Leo too. For a lot of you, the 3 of Swords in the challenge is an unresolved pain, is an unresolved issue. You want this 4 of Wands, you want this solid commitment, this union, this connection, this we're in it together energy. But sometimes, Leo, your lessons in life try to pull you into this reflective point where you figure out what you could be doing. I think for a lot of you that are in committed relationships, there's possibly some issues with a partner. They're possibly dealing with some health concerns. They're possibly dealing with some challenges in work. They're possibly dealing with some events, possibly in January in particular, there was maybe some shocks or some surprises for them. For you, you've maybe felt very unsettled by this. You've maybe felt like this is bad news. But what's actually happening here, Leo, is you're being offered up. You're being offered up somebody's sentimental emotions. Someone's being very sentimental with you. The Knight of Cups is always a messenger of love. It's always a messenger of sentimentality, connection, someone sharing feelings, someone sharing their heart, someone sharing their soul, someone sharing what's on their mind in an emotional sense. It's really it's sharing what's in their heart. And I think for a lot of you, there's been a little bit of pain, particularly in love, particularly in romance, either due to surprises to you as a union or due to feeling lonely or lost. Oftentimes when the 7th house is occupied by lots of planets, but you yourself are not in a relationship, you can feel really low. You can feel really depressed, or you can feel really lost. The good news is, for those of you that are in that place, is that Knight of Cups, that heavy energy in the 7th house, that new moon and Jupiter and Venus are all saying, if you would like a partnership, just ask. Just say so. Just tell the universe. Just tell the new moon. Around the new moon in Aquarius, say, hey, I'm ready for a new relationship. Watch it manifest in 6 months. It sounds woo-woo, but if you actually work with the moons, which some Leos can be kind of averse to because you're ruled by the sun, but if, the sun and the moon are partners, think about it. Ask the moon. It's your partner. And there it is. If you're in a relationship where there is distance or squabbling or just some external factor that is hurting you or your partner, don't worry, it's bringing you closer together. It's bringing you emotional fulfillment. It's opening up the heart of at least one of you to say what's on the mind, to say how you really feel. What do you feel? How do you feel? Especially regarding your relationships. Now, the Tower here is interesting because that's in the serving you section. That's what's going well for you. Pleasant surprises. Pleasant changes, pleasant shocks. Yeah, the Saturn-Uranus square is tricky. That is your public image. That's your long term. So if you're in relationships that you just do not feel can go long term, Death and the Wheel of Fortune, they probably run their course in February. That stellium is a lot of energy. Relationships that aren't working probably do crumble. But they're very quickly, and I don't mean right now, but where one relationship ends, it leaves space for another to begin. And so there might be energy that fills it quite quickly, be it the love of someone else, the love of self. For those of you that have been very devastated by a breakup, it looks like things are really turning around for you. But not only that, for those of you that were in relationships where there was an ending that was unfortunate or a misunderstanding, Mercury retrograde can bring that around again. Some of you are missing somebody. Maybe you feel like you made a mistake. That's what the Tower is. Maybe your destruction is working in your favor because it's showing you who you need to be in relationships. It's showing you what you need to heal, what you need to work on. Seeing yourselves in the eyes of another. If you're dealing with a water sign, they can tell you exactly that. They can tell you exactly what they need, and they can likely tell you what's really going on with you because they're insightful like that. But love is the outcome. Magic love, the magician. Could be a Gemini. If you're in a relationship with a Gemini where things have been troubled lately, The Magician promises you that if you keep your mind focused on a beautiful result for you both, it will likely come true. Positive focus. Moving to the next step. But if you need to leave something behind in February, Leo, it will happen. If it's for your greater good, it will happen. Especially if you're really very stuck. But for all of you, whatever the circumstance, this is working out in a way that is much better. It's working out to keep your heart open, to feel connected, to feel loved, to feel appreciated, to feel worthy. That stellium in Aquarius is not messing around. For some of you in relationships, the Knight of Cups is an engagement. It is a next level. It is a beautiful poem. It could just be a beautiful Valentine's Day with your partner where you realize that despite the difficulties in life, we're doing a really good job. Door to value. Where you're not valued, I think you take the door. But for most Leos, this energy in February is dominating. Partnership is the main attraction. Now, if you're thinking about your career wants you to do something differently. And if you're feeling the effects of a broken heart right now, just know that there's something else on the way. Healing, abundance, worthiness, feeling like someone appreciates you. That's on the way. If you feel a lot of remorse over the past is over. The past is gone. It doesn't exist anymore. There's new energy here. With the Take a Break card, a lot of you in terms of your career are facing a burnout. Uranus and Mars being there has been quite a ride. Take a break. And while I'm saying that embrace the new, with that Mercury retrograde in Aquarius, it is in your partnership sector. If it was a misunderstanding and you really want to be there in that Knight of Cups energy with somebody that you have just come out of a relationship with, Mercury retrograde might open up that communication again. It might be something that you manifest. But I do think for a lot of you, this is in whatever regard, whether it's that you're in a relationship, getting into a relationship, there's love here. There's romance. There's the type of openness, sentimentality, and communication that matters to you. If you have this little niggling feeling in your heart, there's something you need to heal. It may stem back quite far. It may stem back to your family, or it may just be that you're feeling very homesick at the moment. Maybe you're feeling lonely. Maybe you're feeling isolated. Talk. Knight of Cups, talk. Express your feeling. The Geminis in your life will probably be very easy to talk to, because in Mercury retrograde, Geminis are more likely to let you get a word in. That's no shade in Geminis. I love Geminis. Positive changes. Anything that has crumbled is for your greater good. It's for greater love. Inner goddess. There's a strong sense that many Leos with this heavy energy in the 7th house across from you, maybe you feel ignored. Maybe you feel like you're not being seen. You're not being acknowledged. You're not being appreciated. But you will be. You will be. The thing about the Aquarius energy, Leo, is that it just really wants you to get to grips with who you are in your relationships and know that it takes two. It takes two to tango. It takes two to cooperate. It takes two to communicate. Now, for some of you, this is friendship. The North Node in your friendship sector, your sector of groups, is asking you to be a better friend. And where you can't be a better friend, there could be some changes there too. I think for a lot of you, you're having a bit of a rough time, to be perfectly honest. I think some of you are really feeling it at the moment with this 3 of Swords. I think maybe a lot of you are feeling very lonely and just this unexplainable wash of grief at times of what life is like now. And that's why it's important that you do talk to people that love you, because there is somebody that loves you. That's for sure. There's at least one person showing up in your reading who would open their heart to you, who would want you to open your heart to them, and who wants to help you on the next step of your journey. They want to counsel you, they want to work with you, they want to inspire you. Could also be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But I think this is you. Where you're feeling a little bit stuck and a little bit trapped is where you're not open. You're very afraid of being left. And that could be showing up in your personal relationships and your friendships even. Perhaps you've spent a long time pining over someone who's unavailable. And now is the time you finally pull that thorn out, pull those swords out of your heart and say, I'm ready to start over. And when you do, love is ready to greet you. In a big way. In quite a magical way. Events in February might seem very rare. That's because they are. It's unusual. There's a whole new future shaping out. And when you see that it has quite an exciting plan for you, you'll be very pleased. Okay? This new journey is a good one. So, Leo, if you would like to join me in the extended, it's linked below. We go into the relationships with the different signs of the zodiac. We clarify all the cards. We talk a little bit more about the astrology. If you'd like to join me there, work away. See you guys soon. Bye.